We're talking here with Eric Azure. He is the vocalist of Design the Skyline. They just released their debut album, Navia, this past Tuesday on Victory Records. And Eric, it's been a couple months since you guys have recorded your debut album. How does it feel to finally get it out?
It feels overwhelming. It's amazing. We feel really positive. We're on a whole nother level now as musicians, and we're really looking for the future. Towards the future, things are looking like very good for us. So we're excited.
Just before the album was released on Tuesday, you guys kicked out your bassist Ethan White, and exactly with that, I mean, obviously Ethan is he's come out on the internet and said what he has to say about it. As far as from your perspective, what was really the decision behind it?
Well, we had been considering taking him out for a couple months, but at first we didn't really think it was necessary, so we kind of let it pass. But it really began to show that he wasn't really contributing much to the band as we were, as writing, and his writing just wasn't on the same level as us. He wasn't contributing as much as we were, and showing his dedication to want to practice and know everything that's going on, with the band and the members. He was always the one that wasn't there with us because for whatever reason he just was off doing his own thing. We really felt that by replacing him we could bring in someone more experienced who really deserves it more, that could really provide our band with another head that would aid us in our composition and overall energy as a signed band. We just didn't feel he was on the same level as we were as musicians.
Obviously with touring in high school and all that kind of stuff, that was probably also a factor as well.
Yeah, that was a factor too, and we're also just thinking of any problems that could come up while we're on tours. Him being 16, not being old enough to get into certain places, and just having troubles like that. He really has a lot of potential, and he's a really cool guy, but he just wasn't ready for it right now. We had to make a decision for the benefit of the whole band.
No, as far as it goes with you guys, now you're seeing this record drop. I mean, it's been less than just a bit over 24 hours that's been available digitally. But as far as it goes with feedback so far, I mean, obviously in the months leading up to it, as we talked a bit about before, and obviously as a video you guys have just posted talking a little bit about the hate. But as far as it goes for you guys, seeing that in the months leading up to it, and then even, obviously you guys have the finished product in your hands, and you're seeing these people, talk about how shitty your band is based off one single song. To really see that, and now coming out with the CD and seeing the positive fan reaction and some of the reaction coming back now just over the past day. What's it really been like for you over these past few months?
Most people think that we're just losing our minds and going crazy, but I've really been totally calm and content these whole past months. Our music getting out there and these releases is more than anything that I could have ever imagined and asked for, and it's really boosted my confidence in a whole nother level, and as well as the rest of the band.
Now, taking back things to the very start for you guys, how exactly did it come about for you guys to the point where Victory Records showed interest in your band? What kind of a process was that for you guys in order to get signed?
The process, it differs from most situations, as it was a pretty short time span, which makes everything pretty crazy. But it still took a lot of dedication and effort on our part. But where Victory Records came into play, that was after we put out our music video for Surrounded by Silence, which got about 20,000 views within like a week or so, and they thought that was pretty impressive. So, and they really dig the music themselves. So, they instantly got in contact with us for doing a showcase up there, and we hit them up right away. Took that opportunity to the fullest.
As far as that goes for you guys, exactly, just to give people an idea of just how new your guys' band is. Exactly, when was it that you guys started at the band?
Well, the band has really only been designed Skyline, our full lineup, as of April 2010. Before that, we were in smaller projects, but those were not the same as Design Skyline, what we are currently.
Now, exactly for you guys, I'm talking a bit about this debut album. I think just, even looking at your guys' Facebook page today, obviously, it's no secret that you guys have had a lot of hate towards you on the internet over these past couple months leading up to the release, but I think the fan reaction, as far as it went with you guys and kind of seeing the feedback of that first song that you guys released to the point in time where you guys went to record this debut for Victory, what kind of a direction did you guys really want to take going into the studio?
Well, we really wanted our sound and the look to really get out there. So in order to do that, we wanted to make it as crazy and unique as we possibly could. The direction was very much a blend of a lot of influences that we take from modern bands and old bands too, but we still try to keep it fresh. And we really think we achieved that song close to what our initial goal was. Now, it was pretty complicated at times, having such a unique sound. Like, even we were pretty sketchy about, like, how people were gonna react to it. We were like, oh, they can either think it's gonna be, like, really amazing, or they're gonna think it's absolutely terrible, or, like, somewhere in between. But we really felt that we had something different than what most of the bands we're currently doing that would really stick out there, and along with the music video for it, which was also different, adding different sceneries and stuff. So the overall goal is just to make something really out there, and that's what we did. We're pretty proud of it.
Talking about that, coming up with a sound that's really going to catch people by attention. Do you almost feel at this point in time in the music scene with some of the bands that there are out there right now that's really is what it's going to take to get a label's attention, because there is so many bands from the local level who are trying to make it big, but all they're doing is trying to sound exactly the same as all the other signed bands?
Yeah, definitely. That's really what I noticed, and that's really what we all noticed. With a lot of the bands that are trying to get signed, so that's one of the reasons why we tried so hard to be really something different that people could remember easier, because we would set us aside. But yeah, definitely there needs to be more bands that are trying to get out of that normal mold that everyone's used to, because it won't get you as remembered or known, which is what we want to be.
Was it kind of the feeling of kind of knowing, based off that one song, as far as that went for you guys, is that kind of why you think you remained so positive and so calm and cool over the past few months, knowing that initially when you guys released that song that there might be a bit of a backlash just because of the way that it did sound?
Yeah, totally. really understand how modern society is typically pretty closed-minded about about differences of such magnitude, and I was totally prepared for it. Totally saw it coming. I mean, there's hate about everything. There's always people fighting all over the place about many different things. So, I totally knew that there was going to be quite a bit of hate, especially not only the sounds that we were bringing, but the look we were bringing too, and the music video, and combined with the whole situation of us barely even being a band and already getting signed to such a well-known label in such a short time. Like, all those factors just stirred up so much hate because it was all so different and so strange. None of it really caught me off guard in any way. I'm really happy with the way things are going.
Well, thanks a lot for joining me on the show today, man. Really appreciate it.